everyone, welcome back to my channel. Now my birthday was on Thursday and I'm now 26 years old. And I did one of these when I turned 22, maybe? And I feel like I've done one every year for my birthday, with like 26 things about me and all those exciting things. So I tried to do something that was slightly different to ones that I've already talked about, and hopefully you might learn a few new things about me, and also things that I've been up to while I was in my 26th year. Anyway, let's start with 26 things about me for my 26th birthday. Number one, because it's like a birthday thing, I thought I'd talk about my favorite cake. Now my favorite cake was like banana cake, but I've seen so many banana breads on social media and Instagram, and I've probably made 3 myself since being in lockdown. So it's kind of one of those things that maybe I'm slightly over it, but maybe I'm not. I can't quite decide, but banana bread would probably be my favorite cake. Number 2, I have got a newfound obsession with knitting. I made a scarf for my mum. I've made hats for myself. Well, I made hats for Lance and Robbie, matching ones. I also made a little colourful hat for my new little cousin, Everly, who's here as well. And then also I made a poncho for Robbie, and I made a jumper, but the jumper didn't exactly go to plan. When I did the neck, I think I cast off too tightly and then I wasn't able to put it over my head. Yeah, hello Robbie. But I think I made the neck a little bit too tight, as you can see from this photo. I couldn't actually get it over my head, which was quite gutting, but then I did worked some magic where I cut things, sewed it like an end, then added extra stitches and picked things up, and I made it look like this. So yeah, I've kind of become a little bit obsessed with knitting, but it's so much fun, and it's a new skill that I've learned while being in lockdown. Number 3, I decided just before my 26th birthday to grow a mustache. I don't have it now, but this is what it looked like. I mean, it was an 8-9 day growth. You know, not bad, not bad. I feel like I could do it again sometime soon, and it was fun. Number 4, I have been diving for 19 years. 19 years, that is a very long time. Started when I was 7 years old and I'm 26. 19 years, that is quite a considerable amount of time. Well, I can remember when I was 19 thinking, oh my gosh, I'm 19. But that amount of time in my life, I've actually been diving. Anyway, here's some videos of me diving. Number 5, my son, Robbie Ray, is going to be 2 soon. It's like, it's kind of insane. My son's nearly 2, and number 6, while we're at it, I've also been married for 3 years now, so that's, I feel like a real proper grown-up when I say things like that. Number 7, my favourite food at the moment would have to be, I did make an amazing orange chicken recipe. Like, I don't know if you've ever been to Panda Express and you get the orange chicken there in America. Like, oh my god, it's so good. And I made like a recreation of it, and we've had it a couple of times now, and it's just so good. There's just something about it that's just so like Number 8, and if some of these sound really random, I went onto Google and was like, what are some ideas that you could talk about for yourself? Because it's really hard to think about 26 things about yourself just like randomly that people might not necessarily know. And one was favourite season. Favourite season, it would have to be summer, because I love being able to sit outside in the evenings when the sun's going down and just being with friends. Not that we can do that right now, but that for me is my favourite thing. But number 9, favourite holiday, it would have to be Christmas, because again, it's kind of like, it brings all your family together, and it's so exciting and nice and warm and fuzzy. Everything's really bright and camp and joyful. As you can see, absolutely love Christmas. Number 10, alcoholic drink of choice would have to probably be a margarita. It's like my favourite if I was going to have an alcoholic beverage. It's just something really summery about it, and it's like normally only when I'm on my time off I'm able to have a drink, so that's always in the summer, and that's why I love to drink that, especially like sitting by a beach somewhere, margarita in hand. Oh, can't beat it. Number 11, I am allergic to cats and trees and grass. So I have pretty bad hay fever, which is not ideal. Nobody really likes hay fever, but it's what it is. And I do, funnily enough, have cats myself. And They are amazing, and I feel like I got used to the allergy when I was living with them, but now when I go back and see my mum with the cats, it's like a lot. Like the allergies, the sneezing, I get itchy eyes if I touch them, and I don't quite know what's going on with my hair at the minute. I think everybody needs a haircut, and I've just gone with it now. Even though Lance did give me a haircut, like it's grown again crazy. I think Robbie's seen bagels downstairs by the sound. Number 12, I can speak Spanish, and I don't know if that's something that people knew about me or didn't know about me. I haven't spoken it for a long time because I haven't, you know, seen anyone outside my family, well, this household, for a while. But yeah, I learned it in school. I was speaking it from the age of 7, 10. I went on holiday to Spain with my grandma, and then I started learning it at school, and then did it for GCSE and then A-level, and then I've just been speaking to the Mexican divers ever since. Number 13, I literally love Drag Race. I think people know that about me. It's something that I watch every single season, and I just think it's such a fun way to spend an evening. My mum watches it with me, Lance watches it with me, well, this season in particular he's watching me, and it's just something that's, I don't know, it's something fun, joyful, happy, and it just kind of takes you completely out of the real world for a little bit, and I love that. Number 14, I only have one tattoo, and that's this one here, an Olympic rings. It's like quite a tradition for Olympians to get an Olympic rings tattoo, so that for me is my, I mean, I don't know if I would ever get another tattoo, but I've only got one tattoo. I know it's another random thing about me. Number 15, I can't stop watching knitting tutorials. Whenever I see something like, my YouTube has like completely changed to like, suggested for you, how to purl stitch, how to pick up dropped stitches, how to work in moss stitch. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to watch that. How do you do that? And it's just really therapeutic for me to watch and then try it. I mean, I just love it. I just love knitting. I bloody love knitting. Cannot get enough. Number 16, I came out when I was 19 in December 2013. I came out to my family in May 2013, and the way I came out, I mean, if you are new to this channel, I came out on YouTube, and it was mainly because it was a way of me being able to say exactly what I wanted to say without anybody twisting my words or editing what I had to say. It was just exactly what I wanted to say in that moment, and I at the time didn't want to say anything more or anything less than what I said. And I think that was something that, you know, it's a really scary thing to have to do, but hopefully as years go by, it's less and less needed for people to come out. It's just, you know, at the end of the day, people just have to embrace who they are, and we have to embrace who they are, and it's not for us to put labels on anyone. Number 17, I have been to 3 Olympic Games, Beijing 2008, London 2012 and Rio 2016, and next year, well, it was meant to be this year, but next year will hopefully be my 4th Olympic Games in Tokyo. Number 18, I was the first person to compete internationally, forward 3.5 somersaults with 1 twist pike. It was a dive that I had to take from a circus trick and into an Olympic dive, essentially. I mean, here is the dive itself. There's a whole nother video about that coming soon. I'll probably do something because it's a bit of a longer story of how I had to adapt what I wasn't able to do and make the most of what I could do. But anyway, this is another random one from one of those pages online. It says, if I won the lottery, what would be the first thing that I bought? And that would probably be a house big enough where all my friends could come and have their own space, and we could all have like our own part of the house and be like everyone, because I am such a social person, and the fact that I haven't been able to see lots of my friends recently has been, you know, for lots of people as well, but very challenging. So I just want to be able to have a space where we have our own spaces, but at the same time we can be really close to each other, even if that's like having like lots of houses nearby that we are all very close to each other. I don't know. That was just the first thing that came to the top of my head. Number 20, I used to do judo competitively. I know that sounds a bit random, but I used to absolutely love it. Number 21 is that I started to learn piano before the coronavirus lockdown, and I haven't had any lessons since, but I've had 2 lessons, but it's safe to say Robbie is definitely better than me. But it's something that I've been really enjoying learning, another new skill. Number 22, another random one, but my favourite childhood toy growing up was Marble Run. I don't know if anybody remembers Marble Run. You used to create those little tracks, they put marbles down it, there used to be loops, and you got to spin around and round, and it came up at the end. That was like my favourite thing. Robbie singing Happy Birthday. Number 23, I broke my first bone this year. I broke my hand here, like when I was doing a dive. I smashed my hands together and I fractured it. So yeah, that was an interesting twist to the beginning of the year. Number 24, On my actual birthday, I will run through what we did. Well, we got up in the morning, had jalapeno cornbread with fried eggs that Lance made for me, played with Robbie for a little bit, and then we went up on the roof and had Aperol Spritz with a barbecue, and then came downstairs, and then we did, played with Robbie some more, and then we had for dinner, we had fried chicken with gravy and mash, and that was absolutely delicious. Sat up on the roof, and Lance made these blueberry margaritas, and just had the most awesome day, because then it was finished with a big Zoom call with all my family and friends, and then we did a Zoom quiz, of course, hosted by the Pro Vibers. Robbie's come up to visit, so just a second. Hold on, let Papa finish the video. Number 25 is that I have quite, I mean, I think most athletes do, but quite an addictive personality. Like, I go full-fledged into anything. For example, the knitting. I started that, and then I'm like, I need to do more, and I loved it. So, but I think that's good with diving, is that if you're like really into the sport, you just want to keep doing it and keep doing it. Number 26, my goal for my 26th year is to finish up my Olympic cycle with an extra year added to it with no regrets. And I think that's something that is definitely possible. Just give everything that I've got and also watch this little man grow. Because, you know, I'm getting to spend so much more extra time than I would have usually in an Olympic year with him, which I'm absolutely loving. We're having fun, aren't we, Robbie? Mm-hmm. What have you been doing in lockdown? Did you do some painting? Mm-hmm. Did you play with your blocks? Mm-hmm. Did you play with the water? Yeah. Did you play with the birdies? Yeah. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that video, a little bit of an insight, 26 things about me for my 26th birthday, and I hope to see you all next week where I'll be back with another video. And for the meantime, I'm gonna go play with Robbie again. Yay! We're gonna go play? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I'll see you guys later. Bye.